put yours behind mine. Your camera close up.
Running, right? All right. Hebrew Israelites, we come in week in and week out. The prophets of the downfall of America to edify our people through the Spirit. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, the conqueror God. We want to give double honor to the apostle of GMS that rules well, that we learned from. Peace, blessing, salutations to you, Akim out there, preaching from truth and sincerity, waiting for the return of our Lord, Yahushua, enduring and fighting this great fight, you know. It's all about fighting the flesh, you know, meditating on the Lord, you know, following the example of Yahushua, the apostles, and the prophets, you know. So, go ahead, start me off. Yep. Because it's a beautiful, you know, through our power, Yahweh, you know, the very special thing that he did for our people. Because if it wasn't for Yahushua, we'd all be dead. We'd all be worthy of death. And that's why we out here to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Brother can hold that on too. We got to present our body as a living sacrifice. Because, you know, we understand that we messed up. You know, our whole purpose of life is to fear the Lord and edify our people. You know, because that's the standard, and that, you know, the Lord put the Spirit on us, you know, to forget about our lives. Because really, when you really understand, there is no life here. You know, there's nothing but wickedness, corruptness, lies, deceit, blood. You know, this is the bloody city, murder, oppression, and they're gonna get you nowhere. That's why everybody's bugged out now. You know, everybody has completely just lost their minds out here. But that's the whole purpose for people to lose their minds, so the so-called white man can usher in a new way of living, but it's all going to be to your death. Like the scripture says, the way that seems right to a man, but the end of it is death. And when you're dealing and worshiping and living in the so-called white man's his kingdom, it's all full of death. There's no order, no discipline. You know, a man doesn't know how to be a man, a woman doesn't know how to be a woman. And your kids don't know how to be a kid. And the kids don't even honor their parents. You got it, bro. Right.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Yahushua HaMashiach, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit.
Yeah, and we walk after the Spirit, man. You know, so through the law, the statutes and commandments, we have guidelines to govern ourselves by. You know, not committing adultery. We have a dietary law. We know how to deal with each other. We know how to deal amongst us. If we have an Israelite that's far away from us, and if we see him coming to town, we all have laws on this, man, about the poor of our nation and so forth. You know, so the Lord is bringing us back to a nation of people. He's building a church right in front of these people. That clearly they don't see that, man. But this is why this is something contrary to the world, because the world is in chaos right now. Why? Because everybody hates each other, everybody's cutthroat, everybody mischievous towards each other. It's a perverse spirit. Men are homosexuals. Women have changed the natural way of a duty of a woman. She wants to be a lesbian. She wants to be a man. You know, she wants to be out here competing. You know, all confusion. But we, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, he cleaned us up, man, through Yahweh Shah. And that's what we out here to bring forth righteousness, man. Even though it sounds hateful, or it sounds like it's you know, it just stir people up, make people angry. But oh well, this is righteous, man. You know, you hate us now, but later, you know, our people gonna love us, man. You know, through Yahweh Shah, you got it.
For the law of the spirit of life in Yahushua HaMashiach.
That's right. If you understand, this book is a book of life, man. Because we know the results of what we understand through homosexuality. Nothing comes from it. You know, when men and women are warring with each other, does nothing come from it. When you have kids through a family that everybody's warring with each other, nothing comes from it. And these wicked deeds, you know, trying to be a rapper, trying to be a basketball player, trying to be an entertainer, trying to be a celebrity, trying to be a star, trying to be an idol here in America, there's no end to it, man. It's all will lead to death, man. These people are through trying to please your woman, you know, trying to be the husband of the year, daddy of the year. That's all it results in the death, man. Got it?
Have made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High, sending his own Son, and in the likeness of sinful flesh.
And that's why we understand the importance of us being out here, you know, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. You know what's going on?
Yeah, because you know, this is that spiritual food, you know, that our bodies need, you know, that our mind needs, you know, our spirit needs. You know, of course we need that carnal food, you know, but without that spiritual food, you're not going to grow, man. That's why you see the majority of our people going the opposite direction, because they're not taking in that spiritual food, you know. These scriptures, this wisdom and knowledge is life unto us, man. You know,
people love GMO.
Right,
God. That's beautiful what you said that, because we've been eating bad shit for so long. Like the scripture says, Israel shall eat their food that foul with the Gentiles. Right. Maybe that's all our living and growing up. That's all we've been doing. But now the Lord is giving us that real food, that real water. That's why the scripture says you should drink of my water, you should not thirst. That's right, man. You know, and that's why we're out here to try to let our people know this is the truth. You know, but our people, what they want to still take money. Try to make money, try to set their own businesses, going back to school. You know, putting themselves in more in debt. You know, we were just talking about that. You know, what is your standard? What's the reason why you want to get your own business? You know, what's the point? Okay, after you get it, then what? You know,
that vainglory. They want to seem like they the boss, and want everyone to look at them like, you know, they're doing this or doing that. You know, it goes right back to vainglory and being one with this world.
And the thing about it, the world doesn't even love its own. These niggas don't even love each other. Our people don't really love each other. You see that, right? You know, everybody is in a state of, man, they were murder, cutthroat. Anybody, if any way or fashion to get somebody, to cut somebody, they'll do it, right? You know.
I got a quick precept. This is Matthew 26 and 41. It says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Yeah, watch and pray. Because this word is very strong. If you don't take heed to, you know, knowing that this word is strong, it can consume you, man. You know, the elder right here, we were talking about balance. You gotta have a balance, man. You know, if you don't understand that balance, you don't have a balance, you can be consumed, man. You know, but this word is very strong, man. This word is heavily wicked, man. If you know anybody that's not in this thing, man, their whole mind is trying to be the most worldly person, man. Be a worldly star, you know, trying to be the best of this life. But this life doesn't. Again, this is a cutthroat society, man. Anybody would sacrifice you, deliver you up, turn on you, just for their own benefit, man. You know. We got the lovely elder from New York, Barker Bar. You know?
How you? Right.
Got it, bro. Hey, Elder, you got anything you can chime on in, Elder?
Come what we building on, man. I'm going to continue on the Matthew 26.
Motor body. Okay. Your motor thoughts.
Yep. Okay.
Not looking in the flip, you know, through the flesh.
Okay.
Hey, this elder made a very beautiful point when I came to New York. I never forget. I tell brothers, telling people saying, you know, when he invests his time with brothers, he basically get a recharge. He doesn't feel let down. But when he go, you know, when he does builds, you know, when he invests his time in the worldly things, you know, he's always let down, so to speak, you know. So, hey, it's very important to invest your time presenting your bodies for Yahweh Shai. But we won't get let down because we have a reward waiting. And as when you read the scripture, we're actually reading from the prophets that were before us. You go into Sirach, the 43rd chapter, and tells you about the greatness of their doings. We read about them. they have left a legacy. And here it is, many years later, 2,000 years later, we're still talking about the great acts that they've done. So you know it's a reward for doing this, man. It's a reward for sticking up for righteousness, even if it costs us our life. It's like that fucking faggot homosexual yesterday. He couldn't find no dirt on us. He gonna write off, put down the guns. Wicked as hell, man. You know? He tried to call us a terrorist group because he couldn't find no dirt on us. That's all he did, put down the guns. You're terrorists. But that's society for you. You see, our people, they want the love, they want the fame from the society. But again, it will destroy you.
This is Matthew 26 and 41 again. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
That's right.
The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
That's right, man. We in these chains of darkness, man. And then you have this wicked ass devil that's constantly pushing out wickedness, man. You know, to alter your thoughts. Ads. Now you got 2 ads on YouTube, man. Yeah. Homosexuals coming up on that, man. Wickedness. Hoes and whores and sluts. Women rights, freedom, abortion. Then you turn on the TV, it's more. And a lot of times, man, my TV stay off, man. I'm more of an outside person, but hey, regardless, man, you see the effects of when you leave your house, man.
Got 2 for you. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 7. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot.
That's right. Hey, it was many wicked ass Israelites in those times before us. Did you hear about them? No. You know? Now you do have certain wicked men you hear about, but that was for our learning, not to be like them.
Right.
You have certain examples of wicked men being chopped up or something, women too. For what? Not following the Lord. And that's why we say, yo, we don't want to end up like these guys. You know? We don't want to be like them. We want to be like the men that we speak about and bring forth, man. We want to be as Yahweh Shah. He left us an example to go by. Things get hard, hey, pray. If things get hard, we have to understand why we're going through this. You know? Why we going, having adversity, having affliction, you know? You gotta have understanding, but you gotta have that faith and that hope that the Lord's gonna give us a reward for this, man. You know? And then we're on the better side anyway, man. Cause look at these people out here, man. All through America, from New York to Cali, from North Dakota to Florida. Everybody's fucking wicked. Even if you get your passport, you're gonna go to another country, South America, so to speak. Come on, man. The influence of this devil's everywhere. Everybody is oppressed. It's wickedness, man. You got it, though.
2nd Ezra chapter 14. Verse 14.
That's what you got. That's the spirit. That's what we hold it too. You got it. Hey, that's the spirit. Hey, you got it.
Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Hey, Hope Dog, Brother Bishop Elder, read that definition of mortal.
The definition of mortal.
Hey, like the elder in Mississippi. Hey.
Read the definition,
that's
bro.
Funny. That's funny.
Okay. Read the definition,
Yeah.
The definition of mortal. Causing or having caused death, subject to death, marked by unrelenting hostility, marked by great intensity or severity.
And that's what happens if you follow the flesh. You're marked for death. And we're not talking about Steven Seagal movie. You know, you're marked for death. You follow the flesh. You try to be one with this world, this society. You're marked for death. The Lord's going to destroy you. Hey, the scripture said the whole head is sick. How have our people become sick? Because they have intermingled with this society. What is the scripture? How have, what's that, Lamentations of 1? It tells you how has the city become them? Because our people have intermingled with these people, man. They want to be like them. They casted away the Lord and put on the spirit of these heathens, man. And then look, you just saw the nigga woman. You see where her mind's at. You see where her flesh is at. And you see that's what they're pushing. See, it seems good to talk about bad about your own so-called black man, your own man of the nation of your men, to uplift the other one. It seemed good, but that's gonna be nothing. But that's death. That's death to you. And we all know how the so-called white man really rock. Once he's tired of your ass, he getting rid of you. He might hang you. And he got the so-called white privilege. He gonna get away scot-free. You got it. Yep.
This is Lamentation chapter 1, verse 1. Out of the city sit solitary that was full of people.
That's right.
How it should become as a widow.
We lost our judgment, man. You don't know right and wrong. So Jacob is always subject to sickness, to iniquity, man. It's so easy for the so-called white man to bring forth wickedness to us in the form of helping, a gift, or empowering our people. This is going to make you feel better. If you take heed to this this community outlet we're bringing into the people, then everything's going to get better. If you do the police march, you're going to have all the Norfolk PD come through and look at all the projects so that blacks and police can be one with each other. It's going to bring people together. That's what more forgive destruction. And all through that, man, it's just so easy for people to be misled by wickedness, man.
It's a wide limitation.
A little bit more.
It says, she that was great among the nations and princess among the multitudes.
Scripture says Deuteronomy 7:6, we were above all nations. Leviticus 14:2. We were the holy people. But why we have become so low? Why? Because we accept the wickedness. And we love doing it. And the scripture said our people have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. Man. So our people are freak shows, man. Hey, the elder's gonna see at the kid how freaky it get down here in VA, man. You know? See that? People are freaky, they're nuts, man. You got it, by you.
Says, how has she become tributary? Yep, that's a good word. Yep. Yeah. And it goes into the curses. All right, they should lend it to us. We should not lend it to them. All your work is going to a whole other nation. You're not reaping the benefits.
Your business. Oh, I'm gonna start my business. Right. Get the bag. That goes to Esau, man. Yeah. Your money you're doing, all you're doing is you're trying to bring. Oh, I'm gonna set up my own delivery company. Okay, you delivering for Esau. Exactly. You're not. It's not for us. All what you're doing, all this laboring, and this like you saw the Israelite shit yesterday. Well, she looking bad in the face. But she's working 24 fucking hours. She got 2 goddamn Israelite Mexican restaurants, man. Looking bad in the face. Why? Because she's working so hard. Who is she? Who's she tributating to? Esau. That's not going for the benefit of her Israelite brothers and sisters, of her nation. That's going for Esau. He got a nice plot that on that corner, he know he's getting money from. And when it comes time to bringing us from that CHIP, what you gonna do, sister? You're gonna take it out and keep this business rolling, or you're gonna shut it down. We're gonna put a business in there that's gonna accept our agenda.
Hey, like we was talking about this week, if you're not in control of the transportation, the production, you're not in control of that.
That's right. He's a pawn.
Resources, the land. The scriptures say that we shall go unto them for the want of all things.
Right.
You don't control the materials, the equipment, the tools, whatever you need. You got to go to Esau.
That's right.
You got to pay Esau to use his shit to build yourself, which goes back to him anyway, because he's going to tax the shit out of you.
That's right. I'm gonna take. Look at my LLC.
Yeah.
My business. What is it? So you're paying Esau for him to allow you to have a business.
And that back you up, and also, this is the type of Haggai 1 and 6 when we back to the old. That's right. What I'm trying to do, like I said, where's it going? So and like I said, like I said earlier, like I said, majority of businesses in America fail. And like what? First 2 years. That's right.
Because the one that's connected, they again, that's why when you go into the charts of the elites, all businesses, what was a family, it's like 14 family that own everything. That's why we ride through it down through the 460. First you see food lines, right? Walmart. You go to a couple towns, you see them the family Dollar General. I wonder who owns it. Right. Your Exxons, your BP. I wonder who owns this. You don't see no
Charlie's gas station.
You don't see no Johnson's gasoline. Well, shit, it don't exist. Got it?
Yeah, I got 2. I'm gonna just read verse 3 again. This is verse 3, Lamentations. First chapter. It says, Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the streets.
That's right. She found no rest. Judah, our people are trimming their way. Right. Love me, Esau. Love me, master. What I had to do for you this to love me? Do I gotta disrespect my own? Do I gotta clown my own? Oh, do I gotta clown Now it's a new thing in the Christian churches. Oh, do I got to get against those rules for you to love me? You know, it's never enough for these things. That's why, again, the more you in this thing, the more you're going to be like, hey, I see why the boys got these things. No, but most people. And then the brother doesn't have it. Because Jake has been given that facade. They got to love everybody. Here it is. The whole world hates so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanic, Native Americans, but you've been taught to love them. It doesn't make sense.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth the wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Hey, you just saw that, man. Our women don't want us. No? Got it?
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. We built America, you know, all the, you know, Trump Towers, you know, DC, yeah, the White House, right? We built all that, but we ain't dwelling in them buildings, you know. It says, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, the point that brothers is building on. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Hey, I just, it's beautiful you brought that out. On my route yesterday, I was on the Warsaw, Virginia, and I saw this big ass patch of field. I mean, it was crops. It was Iscarite. You know, the kingdom tended to it. I was telling this brother, now, you know, they can't have Judah no more come in and plant these yards no more. They bring Northern Kingdom in. That's why they let a certain amount of Northern Kingdom in there. But they're going to say C. And lift up that goddamn hoe and plow, man. And they're going to do it happily, man.
Hey, bro, you got women. This is the way women working on. I mean, I'm seeing it. She got boots on. Mexican got on boots.
Yeah. That's how you know, like I said, he is hired. You know, they're working, man. You know, they don't have to be for the cheap labor, man. You know, I mean, that's another reason why America keeps knowing how to weigh it in. You know,
right? You might obtain something in this society. You might get a house, you know, a nice car, but you're not going to be able to enjoy that. You know, like the elder was going into, man. You might get a nice house, a 2-story, 3-story house, but you can be working all goddamn day, man. Taxes,
yeah.
You know, you're not gonna be able to enjoy that house, man. You ain't gonna be able to go to the house and just chill for a week in your house, enjoy, spend time with your family. You got to go right back to work, man.
Say, for instance, if you want to just relax for a little bit, right? You got that nice house, you got that brand new car. Now, you know, here in Virginia, you got to pay personal property tax.
Right.
So even if the car is yours, the house is yours, if you don't get out there and bust your ass to go to work.
You gotta use vacation time.
You gotta have to. Because you don't pay the personal property tax. Get 2 years behind a personal property tax in Virginia. That's what they want.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what they want.
Unless you slap for a couple of years.
Thank you,
3-4 years.
The house is mine now, nigga.
Yeah, unless you slap about 3-4 years. They wanted to add up. So then they can come at you hard. So they can snatch that joint right from under you, man.
They said, a lot of cars here in Virginia, like, I started for like 2010 and up. Yo, you damn near paying $1,000 a year for personal property taxes, man.
Crazy.
And then you gotta have insurance. Come on, man.
Insurance is higher than the newer the car, the higher the insurance.
Because the scripture said, hey, my burden is light, my yoke is light, man. But Esau's burden, his yoke is grievous, man. It takes everything from him. And the thing about it too, and that's what's beautiful about the law. We going into not having no mortal thoughts, because this makes us mentally strong, mentally tough. Because we're able to endure all the affliction and everything that comes with the society, but we're able to stand strong. See, the other people out here, they gotta run the drugs, they gotta run the clubs, become drunks, do weird, insane parties and orgies and so forth. Vape. There's a new vape demon out here now. You know?
Yeah.
Got it over.
Real quick, another one. Verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors.
Hey, Puerto Rico. Yeah. Esau owned that. Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Colombia, Mexico, South America. Even the Philippines. It's Jake there. Esau owned that, man. Cuba. Esau run that, man. Everything that our people have endured here in America, the so-called white man gets it all, man. And our people, they don't even have crumbs no more. You know? Our people fight for projects. They don't belong to you. Our people fighting for, you got gangs, Bloods and Crips. They talking about 55th Street. Nigga, you don't own that, man. Got it?
You got dudes in their 50s still. I mean, how old is that dude back then? He's supposed to be a dog to the younger generation. That just shows the destruction of our nation.
He shouldn't have to show his face.
Yeah.
He shouldn't, he shouldn't. It's sad, man, because they want to be somebody, old niggas, old washed up niggas.
Yeah.
They want to be somebody, but they're nobody. They know they lost. They know they losers. And that's what Esau presents. See, that's the outcome of Jake. They just be a fucking loser. That's why the so-called black, the old black woman, and the so-called Latino woman, that's why they out here trying to compete with the young women.
Yeah.
They can't admit that they failed. They're losers, man.
Yeah. They never grew up.
Never grew up. They say the child, hey, with the scriptures, that's why it's beautiful. What the scripture said about when I'm a child, I brought it as a child.
Speak as a child.
You know?
Understood as a child.
The scripture turns us into a grown man. Put off, there you go. Put off the childish things. What are childish things? What the world presents you. The so-called white man wants you to be a 50 years old, your pants saggy. Come on, man. Tight G. You got it, bro.
Slide. He wants you to go from that pacifier in your mouth to a blunt or a cigarette in your mouth.
These ones, boys in the hood. Remember the nigga with the pacifier? Grown ass nigga with a pacifier. He said, yeah, man, we going out tonight? That's what he wants Jake, man. And that's why this is the beautiness of the scriptures, because it makes us men stand tall, stand upright again. But if it were left to the world, the so-called white man, and even in your parents, man, they want you to be a goddamn, they want you to be an American. I'm proud of them. After all the sorrows we have seen in this place, after us not reaping nothing, they don't, they don't want to, they don't, they giving us nothing. Right. And our people fought for a lot. And our people and our families still teach you to get some goddamn education. Got it, over.
Now I was going to say, the Most High said, show yourself men.
That's right.
Show yourselves men. And what does that mean to be a man? A man of the Lord.
That's right.
A man that the Most High created us to be. To keep his law, statutes, commandments. That's what makes you a man.
That's right.
Because a man to this world is a faggot.
That's right.
A man to this world is, whatever floats your boat. And as long as it don't bother me, I ain't got a problem with it. That's a being a man according to this world. Not putting your woman in that place.
That's right.
Bowing down to your woman. That's being a man to this world. And the list goes on. The list goes on.
If I can make a quick point, because the brother was talking about, said something about when I spoke as a child, children don't like rebuke. And these men, so-called men out here, they don't like rebuke. Correction. They don't like reward. It shows they're not men, they just need children.
And didn't they have a song called
Oh yeah. These men are throwing temper. Hey, these men are throwing temper tantrums, man. When they try to get corrected and rebuked, they throw a temper tantrum, man.
That's right.
They can't accept it, man.
And that's all going to what? Sirach the third chapter about the Father, the image of our Father.
That's right.
The image of the image of men has been destroyed. And that's what I'm saying. See, Esau puts an image for black people. Right. Esau puts oh shit, Bad Bunny, the new face of reggaeton. I don't know. People boys know who Bad Bunny is. Just put up Bad Bunny in the dress in your phone. You'll see that's the spokesperson for one of the Cubans. It went, and I was laughing. I'm like, yo, how? I remember reggaeton with Looney Tunes. Right. Tego Calderon, Daddy Yankee, Pico C. Had more of some nigga shit, but still had that little,
It's a criminal now.
Yeah. Now he got Bad Bunny. He pushing women's rights and so forth. It's weapons, right?
Yeah, just a quick. This is Psalms chapter 127, verse 2. It says, "It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of souls." It's all vanity. Jake is trying to, now they into this crypto thing that we always bring up, because they think that's the next move. But that's your downfall too. He is miles ahead of you. Like the scripture say, he's wiser than Daniel. That's right. Not because of him, but because the Lord set him up. So the plans that are put forth is actually the Most High's plans. Right. And we know what this crypto thing is tied to, the cooperative. And Jake is here.
Plug crypto. Get it this, get it that.
You're going to have to be tied to the system.
All roads lead to the CHIP.
Oh, yeah.
All those legislation that you ever seen, and that's why it's funny. When you go back to what what's that? What is it? Millennials,
Generation
generation baby boomers,
Z. Yeah, the
millennials, and the Generation Z. They all through that was legislation to usher in all the. That's why and they perfected. This is Generation Z. This is what they want.
Graduate.
Yep. Yeah, but gradually, that's right. Gradualism, sneaking little wickedness in, sneaking this in, women's rights, feminism, Planned Parenthood, drugs, black exploitation. All these generations, now they got exactly what generation that they want. They got this one. And this is when they're gonna bring the CHIP in. Also, all them roads they took graduate warehouse job that they should have in the country. You know, you could be a regular, you could be an average so-called American, could buy a house for like $40,000. You could work at a warehouse job, you have a family and so forth. Well, they destroyed all that, man.
Right.
But all those roles that they did was to collapse the society to bring in the CHIP. You know, see the woman thinking how the way she think, the man thinking how the way she think. Man, when nobody's together, it's so easy to come in and penetrate. Like the scripture says, in order to go into a house, you gotta bind up the strong man. You know? Now it's the standard of real men. We our people haven't really seen no standard of real men for years, except till now. And now that they got them in front of their face, that's why the scripture says your eyes shall see your teachers. But what's going on? They're rebuttaling, man. Jacob is scoffing and mocking. Why? Because they've been so pressed down with wickedness, man. Those your niggas right there. Those your boys right there. That's Pookie and Ray and
Black.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody know a nigga named Black. Or Killer. Killer.
That's still right there.
We don't take on godly or saints or Peter, Paul. Right. Niggas go by Killer, Black, Ray, Sean. Right. You know, Taekwon.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Those are your leaders, but they sell out constantly. They emotional as hell. They're walking around with temper. They would throw a temper tantrum.
Yeah, that's the ultimate product of Esau right there. You know, you see before your eyes these niggas, man. You know, they're completely drunk, falling out off that wine.
That's right.
You know,
These niggas is genetically modified.
yep.
You know, they're GMO.
Ultimate GMO.
Yeah, they're the ultimate GMO creation.
Hey, like we always call it,
Y'all
so
can't
creative
play.
critics.
Yeah.
99 attributes and old nigga attributes.
Smoking weed,
Yeah.
99.
Adultery, 99.
Yeah.
99.
That's called black culture, which they hold and cling on to in their lives, which is all death. Nothing about life about black culture. You know?
I got something.
Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the street.
In the streets, man. Where we at? You know? How to get your, give me a for a moment, point.
Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High.
That's right. This is the book right here, which we're bringing forth. This is not of our own thoughts. This is not of our own creation. This is all ordained by Yahweh Shem Shah. You got it?
And the law that endureth forever.
Forever. Righteousness will always win. It may seem like wickedness is winning, but it's only but for a moment. That's why in our kingdom, they're going to say, well, people were doing what? They were doing what?
Yeah.
Women, what? Men was what? You got it, Elder?
Yeah. All they that keep it shall come to life.
Come to life, man. So if you, the childish acting, the childish thoughts, you know, comfortable, being complacent, living, you know, just being a mama's boy, you know, under your woman's ass. Oh, I gotta check what wife he said. I gotta check it before you do anything. Let me check in with wife. You know, a lot of Northern Kingdom dudes I know it's like that, man. Fucking pussies, man. They gotta ask their wife for permission for everything. You know,
It says, and all they that keep it shall come to life.
that's right.
But such as leave it shall die.
Hey, that's what the scripture says. Should be more that die and more that perish will be saved. Man. Only a small remnant is going to be saved. And you see why. Hey, the scripture said, Lord said, why should I afflict you anymore? All you do is get even worse. You invoke. You go into other philosophy. you go into more vain and try to save you, so you can accuse everything else but yourself. So looking at yourself in the mirror, you know, and that's where the truth starts. So you gotta look at yourself, you know. You gotta accept. It's about accepting, then you go from there.
I'm gonna because the elder mentioned black culture, which black culture is made up by eat. All right, that's not when we came before we got on them ships. That's not when we was upholding black culture. All right, so this is on Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave you. And a lot of times people come up and they say, well, what is this? It's not a group. It's not like the Black Panthers. It's our heritage. It's not a religion. It's not a religion. You know, it's who we are. Yeah. So when Jake try to leave, you got these Jakes that fall out and try to go back into, nigga, you can't leave your heritage.
You gotta die.
Even the 2/3 coming back in the kingdom. Yeah. Because you were Israelite.
Yeah.
So are you truly leaving, or are you just marked for death, destruction? Yeah.
You know, what are you leaving to become? Right. How you gonna leave? You can't. It's like that was the scripture said. What is it? The leper can't change his spots. Yeah. But our people try to change themselves for paraphrasing. You know, you can't change that you're a Hebrew Israelite. You were born an Israelite. You're wicked or you're righteous. That's it. Either your word going to see either nay or yea. Roughly paraphrasing. Right? You can't serve two masters. Right? And the Lord has cut everything asunder, so He's cutting them options. You see how the women think they got so many options, but really they ain't got nothing. That's you niggas, man. That's our people. Right. You think you got so many options to go to, but you ain't got nothing.
Hey, you know who exposed that? You know, I'm gonna bring them up, but you got to, because these women, they got so mad at them, then they praise at them. They kept saying, he brought it up. You don't have as many options, but you got 8.
Hey, the danger zone.
Danger zone! And then after that, what's that? The no man's land. That's like 40 something years old.
You know?
No
they hate reality. Women hate reality. Yeah. You know, but that, like harsh reality is about to hit you very soon. And you already see it, but gas. Oh, yeah. Gas is high as a limit. And it kind of died down. Yep. And now it's spiked right down there.
Yeah. And they said everything was 397. How much you guys in
466.
That's regular. What about diesel? How diesel?
Shit, that's like $6.
Damn.
$12 for 2
This is Joshua 1:7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee, not to turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou may observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
So the scriptures say that you got to meditate upon this day and night. This is your life now. The Lord's statutes and commandments and the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. Right? The scriptures is supposed to be your world. Your world is supposed to revolve around the scriptures and the truth, not the truth around your life.
Right.
This is priority. And then you shall have a prosperous and successful life. I don't mean you're going to be the top selling actor or the top fucking basketball player, football player. No, you're going to be a so-called healthy, sound person in this life. That's what success means to the Most High. Fearing the Most High. Not having $1 million. Not being a billionaire. Right? Not sitting in the top of Trump Towers or, you know, sitting with the elites. Right? Drinking the finest aged wine. No, being successful, prosperous is being a man of the Lord. Being the elect.
I got a quick one for you. I got a quick one back. This is what he said. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13, straight to the point. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
This is the conclusion. You know, niggas talking about, I gotta go find myself, right? They gotta go on a journey, right, to find who they are and what's their purpose in life. Well, Solomon, which was the wisest man on earth at that time, said, let's hear the conclusion. What's the end it all, be it all?
What is the purpose of man, right? You ain't got to go to no top of no fucking mountain, sit in lotus position, right? Meditating to some relaxation music off of YouTube to find out the meaning of life.
That's right.
This is the meaning of life right here in the scriptures, guys.
Hey, when they come back, they'll be 55 years old.
Oh man.
Even worse.
Mind you, not even with they beard. Bald head, you know, no beard. Yep. The whole matter, it says, fear the Most High and keep His commandments. But this is the whole duty of man. This is the whole purpose of man, right? This is your purpose. This is your being. This is supposed to be your everything. But what do our people do? The complete opposite.
That's right.
The complete opposite of what God has to say, right? To hell what God has to say. His rules is too strict, right? You want to be faggots. You want to be lesbians. You want to be whores. You want to be sluts. You want to be adulterers. You want to be idolaters. And that, for that very reason, why the masses of our people are going to be destroyed.
That's right. Quick precept. Nehemiah 9:13. Thou camest down also upon Mount Sinai and spakest with them from heaven and gavest them right judgments and true laws, good statutes and commandments, and madest known unto them thy holy Sabbath, and commandest them precepts, statutes, and laws by the hand of Moses thy servant.
Yeah, Jake like to say what's good. Nigga, what's good is the Lord, the laws of the Lord. Right. The word of the Lord. That's what's good. What's good with Jake? Drugs. What's good with Jake? Sleep with each other's women. Right? Plotting to rob a next Jake, somebody that looks like them and that's struggling just like them.
That's right.
Right? That's what's good with Jake. Right? But what's good is keeping God's word. That's what's good. Yeah.
No, yeah, you got it.
Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Right. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of ungodly. The black woman is God. You got niggas saying that and believe that. That's the counsel of the ungodly. Right? Egyptology. Come back to Kemet. Right? That's the counsel of the ungodly. Right? Oh, let's start building businesses. Right? Black excellence. Right? Black girl magic. That's the counsel of the ungodly. Right? Because anything outside of coming back to the words of the Lord is death.
That's right.
Right? Jake think they make it because they made $1 million. Jake think they made it because they made $1 billion. But you still curse. Right? Look at Will Smith. Right? The definition of success in this society. But he's through. Look at his wife. Right? His wife is more manly than he is. Right? The way she's conducting herself is the way he's supposed to be conducting himself. Having a side piece. Right? Telling that nigga what to do. That's how he's supposed to be acting. But my point is, look at Jake that's successful. They're still cursed. Why? Because they're the chosen people of the Most High. Right. And those curses are set up to be a sign to show that we the chosen people of the Most High. Right? Michael Jackson, right? He's dead, and they still making documentaries about him. Right? R. Kelly, they threw his ass under the damn chair. And the list goes on. You know? The ones of our people that so-called make it in this world, they still curse, man, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They catch in some type of hell, some way, shape, form, or fashion. So money isn't the solution.
That's right.
It isn't the solution. Right? Fearing the Most High is the solution and the only way. Yeah. It's the second Ezra chapter 7, verse 20. Would there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh? Yeah, there'd be many. Jake just don't get it, man. They don't get it. You tried every way to liberate yourselves and failed. Right? The Muslims,
right? Well, civil rights with Martin Luther King, he got assassinated. Malcolm X with the Muslims, he got assassinated. The Black Panthers, they got infiltrated by COINTELPRO. And then their heads got assassinated. And the list goes on. Every route that people took to try to liberate themselves or get out the predicament and the situation that they're in, failed.
That's right.
Why? Because they didn't come up the right way. They try to get salvation through another door, another way, which is not Yahweh Shah's way. Right? And Yahweh Shah said, if you come up any other way, you a thief and a robber.
That's right.
Right?
Yep. Hold it back here real quick. You made a point about forsaking the Lord's death. Now, obviously, Moses, Marshall, he was on Mount Sinai. Obviously, the Lord was revealing unto him that because when he came down, he said, I set before you this day life and death. Choose you eat. And Jacob has chosen death.
That's right.
We continue on this heritage, it says in verse 20, and there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the oath that is set before them. Verse 21, for the Most High have given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live.
What you should do to live. Right? Yo, don't eat swine. So you can live. Eat fish that only got fins and scales. So you can live.
That's right.
Right? Don't eat abominable foods so you can live. Don't commit adultery. Don't rob. Don't murder so you can live. He ain't telling you these things for no goddamn reason. It's a reason behind anything, everything. A man should not put his dick up another man's ass.
That's right.
So you can live. But that's not common sense to you people. Death is common sense to you. And that's the only way you will learn. Through death, through pain.
For the Most High have given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came.
Yeah. Smoking cigarettes, right? You got Jake all bugged out. The ones that, you know, it blows my mind, right? They wear masks because they're scared of the monster, right? The venom, right? But then they'll pull their mask down to smoke a cigarette. So you scared of a disease that so-called Esau made up, right? But you're not scared of the fucking cigarette smoke that's destroying your lungs, that's giving you cancer.
Yeah, Elder, they say they had a mask on, right? Smoking a cigarette. You're getting crazy, I mean, ain't it?
Oh my
ain't it,
goodness.
y'all? Yeah, like crazy, ain't it, y'all?
That's Jake. Full of shit.
It says, what they should do to live, even as they came, what they should do, what they should observe to avoid punishment.
To avoid punishment. You don't want to be in the projects, you don't want to be in the ghettos and slums, you don't want to be strung out on drugs, follow the words that's in this book, right? You don't want your woman out of order, right? Follow the words that's in this book. But what do? The complete opposite.
That's right.
Verse 22, nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him.
They were not obedient. And this is why you see Jake go through what they're going through. Being murdered by the police, being massively incarcerated, dying from every sickness known to man, hypertension, diabetes, cancer, AIDS, the list goes on. Okay?
But spoke against him and imagined vain things.
They talk shit. Oh man, to hell with God, man. I'm gonna eat this bacon. Man, I've been smoking cigarettes my whole life. What I'm gonna stop now for?
I said that Uzi said those exact words. I'm gonna eat this pork, eat this swine, then the nigga got shot.
But that's Jake mentality overall, right? To hell with God, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Do as thou will, right?
Real quick. Deuteronomy 28, 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
AIDS, HIV, cancer, right? New diseases that wasn't even known to me. We got hit with because we disobeyed the Most High.
you read somewhere in that chapter, it says because you didn't take joy. You didn't take joy in serving the Most High. That's why these things is happening to you. That's why, you know, for us brothers, if you look at this as a burden, like, damn, I got to serve the Lord today, or damn, I got to do a show, or damn, I got to read, you got to repent, man. You got to fast, you got to pray to get them demons off of you. We're supposed to take joy in serving the Lord, man, because this is life. Everything about this world teaches you death, right? Suicide. But the Lord is actually leading you to life.
That's right.
So whoever get their feelings hurt about this, to hell with them, man.
That's right.
We moving on.
15, guys. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass that thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And that's why we're cursed. That's why we're going through the hell that we're going through today. Now, it is impossible for us to keep all the commandments, right? One, because we're in captivity. Two, we in sinful flesh. That's why the Heavenly Father sent his Son, who the world eagerly called Jesus Christ, which his real name in the Hebrew is Yahushua, to be a intercessor, to be a middleman, right? To help us get back to the Father, right? He helps us carry the burden that we can't carry, so we be able to serve the Father. That's why Yahushua is crucial and important to our faith, because it's more to the Most High than just the Lords. We got to have the faith as well, because the faith is going to make us perfect. It's going to make us clean, so we can be saved.
I got a quick one for you.
Oh, is more?
Yeah, bring that one out. What you want?
Come.
Deuteronomy 28:47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart,
Right.
for the abundance of all things.
Yeah, for the abundance of all things. The Lord gave us the earth. Get that in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. Everything that was created for Yahushua and his chosen people. Right? Everything, seen and unseen, the Most High created for us. Right? He even gave us the land that was flowing in milk and honey. Right? The most fertile land on earth. He gave it to us. But what did we do? Nah, man, yo, you see what the Canaanites is doing? I want to do what they do. And you see what the Moabites is doing? I want to do what they do. You see what the Edomites are doing? I want to live how they live. When we was better than them. We better than these other nations. But Jake was seduced by the ways of the heathens.
That's right.
So for that purpose, you want to be like the heathens? Now go live up under the heathens. And now look at us. Right? All fucked up. No rest, because we didn't serve the Lord with joy. Yeah.
Also, I think that
Okay, just a quick one. It says Proverbs chapter 28, verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them.
Yeah, such as keep the law contend with them. That's why we contend with any scholar, professor, theologian, anybody that go away to seminary school, right? Because we know this book, because this is our book, right? Front to back. And we contend with anybody that doesn't, because this is life. Anything that this world speaks is death, is opposed and adverse to this book.
That's right.
Satan means adversary, right? And this is why we able to cut, shut down any bullshit that anybody got to say, because they're not coming out of this book, and we are.
And I think
They got to add up to the table. That happened.
I think it says in Romans, the law is also spiritual. So the scripture says the spiritual man judges all things. Right? So it's for the purpose to teach his ways, man. Christians, you got Christians that say, law. They don't have the understanding. The spiritual understanding hasn't been accorded unto them. You know? So we contend in the right way.
Yeah, the Lord is allowing us to see the importance of the Lord, being in his wickedness. That's why we're able to discern right and what's wrong. That's why we're out here to tell our people to choose life. But we understand and we know that through these laws, statutes, commandments, means life. And everything else contrary to it is death. The white man way is death. You know, the heathen way is death.
Yeah.
You got it.
Just to back you up. And also there's a law where the scripture says, I think it's in Deuteronomy, it says, if thy son or daughter make a covenant with the heathen, they're supposed to be put to death.
Oh, yeah.
Any Israelite that performed any other doctrine was supposed to be put to death. Do what? Put the fear in Israel.
Yeah.
So they won't. There won't be another one in the crowd to be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing it, but I won't do that now.
And there was a reason. There was a reason for that, because them following these other doctrines, what would they do? They would try to convert another Israelite.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yo,
God,
they had an orgy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I went to the temple. I got drunk and I laid for 10 women.
Yeah.
Come
So
on,
that shit
man.
wild.
Bro, bro. I put it in the anal part.
That's right. God.
It felt better than the
God, they're supposed to be stoned. They're supposed to be stoned to death.
I saw another man naked.
Yeah.
Yo, boy, you gotta come with us.
Yeah.
We'll call something, set it up.
Yeah.
We got some service in the city. We took over the law. Come on, man. And that's what's important of the law. And that's why when you see another Jake that was going off, punished for death, you put him to death, man.
Right.
You got it, brother.
I got the second Ezra 6. I'm going to start in verse 54. Second Ezra 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also, who thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Made the world for our sakes.
That's right.
Everything that is seen in this earth belongs onto Yahushua and then us. Right? But nah, we didn't want that. We wanted to be like these filthy, low life, pedophiles, leprous, rats.
That's right.
Yeah.
Red, hairy, disgusting peasants known as Edomites.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, now
It says, as for the other people which also come of Adam,
the other people, these Edomites, the so-called Caucasian people, yeah,
thou hast said that they are nothing.
they are nothing. That's what the Bible says. That's not coming from our mouths. This ain't hate speech. This is truth speech. Right? Yeah, you teaching hate. Oh, God hates.
They got guns.
Crazy.
But be like unto spittle,
On to spittle.
and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Something that you don't even care about. It's insignificant. Yeah.
It says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and devour us.
These nobodies seem to be in positions of power. Now they're in positions of power. And it ain't because they're powerful. It's just because the Most High is kicking our asses.
Right.
The Most High is showing his favor on us. So these nations are rising above us.
That's right.
When the Most High turns his back on us, we fucked. You know, the puniest Edomite is so-called mightier than us. Reality, he's not. But because the Most High is not with us, that fucking Edomite is better than us.
The scripture said you shall walk down the
Flee 7 ways.
That's what niggas do.
That's crazy because it's a total opposite of what the Lord said we must.
Oh, yeah.
One of us should put. You know what I'm saying? So it's a total opposite.
Go to in the city, them old hood niggas.
Oh, yeah.
That be in the block.
Oh, we talking about that
Yeah,
yesterday.
your big bad old blood nigga. Let that one officer come to you.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas are scared of him, man.
Check that out.
5-0. Drop everything, you know, and they skedaddle out of there, man.
I remember watching that demon nigga Al Poe in his documentary. He said, this nigga is a straight cold-blooded murderer, right? But he said, yo, one thing I was scared of is the feds. Yo, I wasn't fucking with the feds. The moment, yo, that's why I just gave up. When they had me, they had me. This nigga's a cold-blooded murderer. He killed Jake like he was nothing. But the moment the cops came, he was a pussycat. And that shows you the person just talking.
Yeah. How much more? We could be 100 niggas.
Yeah.
With double. With
Yeah.
guns on them.
Yeah.
Let
One cop.
Let one cop come. Them niggas is getting out of there,
Like
man.
roaches.
They're hiding underneath their grandma's tables, man. Grandma, they gone?
Yeah.
You know? This brother had a precept.
Come.
Then you got your
The book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 19. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment.
Yeah, Esau's lies. You know, that's why, you know, all the bullshit that's coming out in the news, we know it's bullshit, it's fluff news, right? It's a psyop, ain't nothing real, right? Now, I know I'm generalizing it. There's certain things that might be organic, might be true, but the majority, when it comes to politics, when it comes to what's going on in the news, it's all scripted. The majority of it is scripted because it's the elite's agenda so they can fulfill their new world order, right?
Yep.
People will think 9/11 was a real thing, right? People would think Pearl Harbor was a real thing. But all those was inside jobs,
right,
so that Esau could fulfill his new world order agenda, right? People dying, they calculated all that shit for their agenda. That's how diabolical this devil, the so-called white man is.
If I can say something.
Yeah.
Remember how every so-called disease that come out pandemic,
Yeah.
they always tell you how much people they already expect to die from. How do they know that?
Exactly. Exactly.
How do you know all these people are going to die? See, I know when I was a little child, I forgot what pandemic that broke up in those times. They said we expect 500,000 people to die from. I said to myself, how the hell do you ain't even died yet?
Exactly.
How do you know that many people going to die from this, man?
Exactly.
And then you notice too, it's fake because they always put zeros at the end of it. You know, 801 and 92 and 82. You know, like it's always a zero in there. I just noticed that.
You got to lock them out.
I got a quick one just for what you just said.
Okay.
Proverbs chapter, then I gotta go back to second.
Okay.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. It says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they call some to mourn." That's what y'all was talking about. This agenda. Everything that you see, this is agenda. From the school institutions, to the banking institution, to your families, structure, all of this is agenda. To the way the woman treats you, his agenda. Feminism, you know, all of this is his damn agenda.
Yeah. You have more?
Yeah, I just didn't.
Okay. Oh, so you got to put
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Yeah, Esau. You're looking towards Esau. You're looking towards Egypt for help and salvation. And you're not going to get no help from Egypt, right? You ain't going to get help from your master, right? Because you ain't looking in the right direction. You're supposed to be looking towards the heavens. Honestly, you're supposed to be facing the earth, mourning, begging the Lord for forgiveness and deliverance.
That's right.
But you're looking towards Esau to say, and he continually putting a foot on your neck. Get it out. How y'all say it on that?
Come, that was it.
Okay.
All right, back in 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, verse 22. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spoke against him, and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not.
Yeah, they deceive themselves with their wicked deeds. Gay is the new black. Right? And the list goes on. The list goes on, all the wickedness.
That's all BLM is. When you look at all these BLM leaders, they're all LGBTQ alphabet groups, or women.
Yeah.
Like the elder just said, gay is the new black. Don't say the F-bomb, faggot bomb.
Right.
Unless you let us say the nigga. Those two things don't apply.
Gave a new black struggle.
Right.
Like they didn't throw you in the cotton field because you was fat.
Yeah.
They threw you in the cotton field because they hated your damn guts, man. As an Israelite, as a so-called Negro Latino Native American, you come from the seed of Yahshua. That's why you asked for captivity. Not because you was gay.
Just to make money.
But they should have came.
Yeah, they merchandise their wickedness.
Right.
The scriptures say they declare their sin as Sodom. That's prophecy right there. You know?
And why they do that? They do that to make money, man. Because look, all these so-called, these homosexuals, man, they gonna buy that just off the strength of what they see on the ground.
Oh yeah, they're the best backers.
Right.
That's why they call it
Women are
advertising.
homosexuals.
Right.
Women are sexual. This is their society.
Right.
They all backing. They back the society.
Right.
There's no pushback from them.
Right.
It's the only pushback they get from people out here are us.
Right.
Maybe a little liberals, Edomites that down south,
Right wings.
right wings.
Same birds. Verse 23, it says, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways, but his law that they despised.
They despise the law of the Most High. Leviticus 20 and 13, real quick. They despise the law of the Most High. Which shows that they despise it.
You said 20 and 13? God. Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Now, this is supposed to be, the Bible is supposed to be the law of the land, right? And God we trust. But you give these people rights. You give them laws that protect them, right? This shows you that you despise the ways of the Most High, right? Read that part again.
So it says,
Exodus 20.
back in verse 24, but his law have they despised and denied his covenants.
The laws they despise and they deny his covenants. You despise the words that's written, right? You despise the words that God spoke. You gotta read that, brother.
Exodus 20 and 1. God, Exodus 20 and 1. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord Yahweh, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
What is the First Amendment of America? America's system, what is the First Amendment? You have the freedom of religion, right? You have the freedom to believe in whatever you want to believe. But what did God say? Read that again.
It says, God, and Yahweh and Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power Yahweh, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
God says you shall have no other gods before me. America says you have the freedom of religion. So right then and there, this shows you that America opposes what God says.
That's the first one right there. Says they go through.
That's right.
It said,
So-called white supremacy.
God. Verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
And the whole world bows down to that image.
That's right.
The whole entire planet serve, whether they believe in God or don't believe in God. If you ask anybody who's this image, they would tell you that's Jesus Christ. That's right.
I have family in Cuba, right? They're darker than me. And they're into Santeria. That even that image overalls that Santeria they even worship.
Yeah.
But see, I guess when they feel their little thing they feel, they get to Santeria.
Right.
Become priests and do whatever they do.
Right.
But when they talk about, hey, God bless all, that's what comes up.
Absolutely.
So that it's confusion and wickedness. That's heavy amongst the islands, man. The Caribbean, that image is everywhere, right? You know?
And that goes to show that this is under the vibration
I
of
want to know
Satan.
how to clear. I know I've been how to clear the diseases, cancer, and everything.
This is showing you that the world is under the vibration of Satan, right? You got a question or comment?
I'm not studying about how I know I'm not here, like Jesus, cancer, and everything.
Okay.
I just want to know how do I dress myself up?
Okay. You mean outer appearance?
Yes.
What's that, Timothy? A woman should be sober. Modest apparel. Somebody look
What
up
if you
modest
got
apparel.
cancer in your body? What do you think about that?
Well, there's certain herbs.
Yeah, some herbs and you need
A Karen. Well, first and foremost, in regards to sicknesses, you have to change your diet, right? First and foremost, and you have to pray to the Most High through His Son that the herbs work, and you have to restrict with your diet.
I got that modest apparel.
Yeah.
Brother got the word modest.
I'll get that.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner, it says in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. Look at that word modest.
That's the definition of definition of modest. Placing a moderate estimate on one's ability or worth, neither bold nor self-assertive.
Neither bold. That's why the next word was shamefacedness. Right, humble. So your apparel should be a humble apparel. You should really show the tears, buttocks. That's bold. That's boldness. You want to cover that up. You know?
Quick one. This is Sirach 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. You know, like the herbs, the trees, the plants, those are the real medicines. You know, not these over-the-counter prescription drugs. It's really the so-called white man is giving you those that are really detrimental to your health, man.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, just like that word, we bring it up. We bring it up more recently now. Like you see these pharmacies, they sell these pills and medicine. The word goes back to pharmakia, which means witchcraft, sorcery.
Yep.
So a lot of the medicine that you see this system upholding, it's really to kill you. That's not to heal you. We came from the world, so you heal this country.
I got some more of that definition of modest. We're going to bring it out. Well arranged, seemly, modest, orderly, that is decorous, of good behavior, modest.
Of good behavior, meaning keeping God's laws. Understand? And in regards to the sickness, like I said, you have to maintain a certain diet. You can't eat too much fast food, outside food. You can't eat too much junk food. Well, when you eat fruit has natural sugars. You understand? And don't believe that if you're diabetic, you can't eat fruit. Because what they're saying is the sugar that's in candy and soda, that's artificial. Your body doesn't break it down properly the way it will break down a grape, apple, watermelon. It will break that down more properly and better than it will break down that so-called white crack sugar. You understand?
I got to put it from your line. Because you said, because they'll tell you stay away from sugar. That's not a just diet. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. You have your vegetables, sugar, lawful seafood. Doesn't all lawful. You gotta stay away from the shellfishes, the shrimps, lobsters, the crabs. That's not the food. That's not.
No, I know.
You know, fish with scales, fins, stuff like that. You want to balance stuff. You don't have to get into too much sugar. Yeah, so.
About cleansing cancer out your system. Like
Right.
you're born with cancer and you're born blind.
Right.
How do you keep up with your medication?
Right. Well, if you're on medication, maintain that. Don't just stop taking your
And I
medicine.
don't know which medication you're
You have to look into it.
and I'm born blind.
Right. Once again, if you're taking medication now, don't stop. then slowly but surely learn what you're digesting, learn what you're putting into your system, whether it's doing good or bad. I got a scripture for you. This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 37, verse 27. My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. So see what's good and see what's evil. See what works for your body and what doesn't work for your body. You understand? It says, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. So everything isn't profitable. Just because you can eat it doesn't mean it's good for you. Just because it looked good doesn't mean it is good. You know? So it says, be not unsatiable in dainty things, nor too greedy upon meats. So don't be overdoing it with meat. You gotta eat meat every damn day. You know, honestly. I know we do it, you know. But for the best health, try to abstain from eating meat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, if you can do it once a day, once every other day, every 3 days, that's cool. But try to have a balanced diet.
Can I ask, what is your diet like now? How do you feel now?
Now that's still like my food, I think my meat, I need more meat.
So you don't eat too much processed.
No.
So just keep that up. And slowly but surely, the herbs and the vegetables and the fruits, they're going to start rebuilding all the bad bacteria, bad germs, and the things that's hurting your body.
What kind of meat do you eat? You eat pork?
I like seafood.
You eat shrimp, crabs, lobsters, clams. Look at the scriptures. Let's get the scriptures.
It said, Sirach 38, Sirach 38:1. Honor a physician with the honor due to him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. For the Most High cometh healing, he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head.
You got it.
And in the sight of the great men, he shall be at an admiration. So see, the thing about it, you have a lot of doctors out here that know, that deal with your condition. But first and foremost, before you came up, we were talking about how people are cursed. We were born with curses. You know, we are nations, so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native Americans. We were born underneath curses. A lot of these curses have cleaved to us. Yeah. But the thing about it is, you can undo them. But the thing about it, you have to do it. You have to put it through. You gotta have faith.
Hey, quick one real quick before he brings that up. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
Yeah.
You know, Sean, you got it. Yeah, you know, because I mean, these doctors, you know, which you go into that word doctor, it means to falsify. Right. You know, they're really, it's just a business for them. They're not trying to, if you don't go back to the doctor, they're not going to keep making money. Right. If they heal you as soon as you come to the doctor, then their profit margin goes down. They want you to keep coming back year after year, check up, more prescriptions, update the prescription, give you more, take you off this, introduce a new drug, you know. But they're just there just to profit. It's nothing but a business to them. And the majority of all these doctors have to go and they have to swear into an oath before they even come into that position. You got,
which is called the Hippocratic Oath.
That's right.
Hippocratic comes from hypocrite. Yep. Not practicing what you preach.
Right.
They don't practice what they preach. They preach to cure, heal. They don't do nothing.
Yeah, this is touching on the seafood. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1, and I'm going to jump to verse 9. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all they that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
You know what the word abomination means? Filthy, detestable, something of disgust, right? So God said, we should only eat things that have fins and scales. You can name a plethora of fish. You know, red snapper, whiting, salmon, some of the You know, there's a bunch of fish that you can eat, but there's the other things that's in the sea. You're not supposed to eat because they have a purpose. They are the waste disposers of the planet Earth. You understand? The reason, and show you that this man is a devil, destroying him that destroyed the earth. Why would you make something that cleans the waters a delicacy? Pigs, shrimps, crabs, lobsters cleans all the waste that hits the bottom of the sea. They're the natural waste. They're natural garbage cans. They're waste disposals, right? And we take that and eat that, so we're eating a whole bunch of waste. You know the saying, you are what you eat. So if you eat, you got something to say, bro?
No, because, you know what I mean? That's why they call it, you know, like I said, you open up a crab, it got a yellow stuff in it. You know, that's what they call it, like the dead man, the rest of it.
And the same with the shrimp. You got that black line of shit, you know, or pieces, whatever you want to call it, they got to clean it.
Yeah, you know what Jake said, take out that and it'll be good.
Right.
Take out the digestive tract.
They try to call it the vein.
Yeah.
To make it more appeasable to you.
Right. Take the vein out, and that's how you clean it.
Right.
It's good to eat now.
What's the other pig? What's it, intestines?
Right.
Chips.
You gotta soak it. You gotta soak it. You know, let it put vinegar in it.
Yeah. It's all, it doesn't matter how you chop it, cook it, burn it. It's still an abomination. God told us not to eat it, and it's for a reason. You have to take care, you know. You ain't gotta fake it. Say, later. That's Jake. That's Jake.
That's seafood.
Yeah, that's Jake.
That's the first thing she said.
Yeah.
She said, what kind of meat you eat? Seafood.
That's
Well,
crab.
if I may say, that'll show you how serious she is about her health. Because we explained to her that, hey, you say you got cancer, but you keep putting poison in yourself.
Oh yeah, right.
But the first thing she said, oh, I love seafood, I love shrimp.
Right.
If she's serious about her health, she'll take heed to what the elder was saying and cut that stuff out. And then see how her body feels a month from now, you know?
Right. That was the spirit, because the elder was speaking on that earlier. Jacob was died. It's a strong word.
It don't matter how many herbs or medications or how you know you exercise. If you're still eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, man, you know none of that's gonna benefit you. You know the herbs, medication, none of that's gonna help you. If you're eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, you're not exercising, you're not dieting properly. You know.
Yeah, real quick. I seen a tattoo. She had like OCD eye. You know, with women, man, you know.
The men always quiet.
Yeah, he would look like a damn zombie. He didn't even say a word, you know. But you know, Jake got a whole bunch of unclean spirits on him. And then they got demons on him. You know, and the word is supposed to clean the demons off. And sometimes too many demons. You know,
Well, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. It says, "What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you,
right?
which ye have of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua?"
Yeah, the Most High ain't dwelling in your poverty pimp, preacher, pastor, church that's on the corner, right? We are the temples of the Most High. We are the vessels that the Most High Spirit dwell in, guys.
It says, "Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and ye are not ye are not your own."
Ye are not your own. We don't belong to ourselves, right? We was created for the Most High, right? We was created to serve the Most High. The brother brought it out earlier. Ecclesiastes 12 chapter, right? That's the whole duty of man. Go ahead.
For ye are bought with a price. For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify your power in your body.
Therefore, glorify your power in your body. And what was that price? Yahweh Shah dying on that cross, right? Him being the ultimate sacrifice, right? For the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, right? We was bought with that blood. So now our lives are not our own, but the Most High and His Son's. Yeah.
Therefore glorify your power in your body and in your spirit, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
How you glorify the power in your body? By keeping His word, man, to the best of your ability, right? Serving the Most High to the best of your ability. And that's how you glorify the Most High.
Because a lot of times, it ain't all about the corner, but a lot of times the physical is defiled, the spiritual is defiled too, man. Because it just shows how you're living. You know, you're not using wisdom, wise judgment. If you know something's harming your health,
Right.
Use spiritual discernment. Right. Let me stay away from this high blood pressure causing food, this cancerous food that keeps me in this desolate state. Right. Don't keep going back to it and they complain, oh, I'm sick.
Right.
That's a food for you, man.
But that goes to show you, right? Weapons of my warfare, not carnal. Right? Spirit. This is spiritual warfare. This is spiritual combat. And Jacob getting the asses kicked. You know? They ain't got you got it. They ain't got the spiritual equipment. They ain't got the armor of the Lord. See, we got the armor of the Lord on, Lord's will. So we able to withstand the wiles of the devil. While Jacob's just getting hit up. They getting aired out. Right?
Wait, 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and of the cup of the devil.
That's right.
You cannot be partaking of the Lord's table and of the table of the devil.
Yeah, you can't have it all. You can't be a demon and the righteous at the same time. That's Jacob new terminology. Demon time.
Demon time, yeah.
Yeah, Jake is on demon time. You can't be the elect at the same time. Be a savage and be a modest woman, virtuous woman. You can't be a savage and a bad bitch and be a virtuous woman at the same time. It's either one or the other.
What they say there, feminine, submissive,
God.
alpha.
Bullshit.
Just to back you up real quick, man. I mean, that's why a lot of these so-called sisters that's in these Israelites camps, they're not really, so-called aqua, Like I said, they may live there, just, somewhat righteous, on the outside. But meanwhile, like I said, they came in the nurse, for example, like in Zimbabwe, like I said, in other cases where, their quote-unquote wives will, commit adultery with another man, just because, they was in a higher stature, the Bible and all that stuff, all the sisters and all that stuff. But meanwhile, like the average Israelite man, that's in the truth, it's like that's in that camp. You don't get no recognition, So what? All the women look at him just because what? He's not top position.
Yeah. That's what women cleave to is power. Which, your woman, your business, man. You ain't gotta, the sisters. Hey, brother, meet my sister. My woman and all that. It's case by case, Certain brothers got that relationship, which is cool, but your woman, your business, man. It ain't my business.
Right.
But y'all got it.
2 Corinthians 6, instead of verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Yeah. Which is, something you gotta learn when you first come into this truth, man. You really gotta separate yourself from the world. You gotta distance yourself from even family, family, so-called friends, right? So-called co-workers, close people you grew up with, right? You gotta separate yourself.
That's right.
Because they are unbelievers.
If I can make a quick point, my family today hit me up, man, you gonna come to your nephew's birthday today? And they know what they're gonna say, but they still, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta put that separation in.
Oh yeah.
And you can't feel like you were speaking about earlier, this is a burden. Right? You gotta do it with joy. I'm going to serve the Lord.
Absolutely, Absolutely. Same thing, bro. Got a birthday party. You ain't gonna be there? Nah, I got work to do, man. What is that? I got work to do. Hey, child, love y'all.
The couples is still intact.
That's it. Which that goes to show, man. The Lord's word is forever. That's going all the way back during the time of Noah. He said he ain't going to destroy the world with water. But this time it's going to be with fire. Most I'm going to light this bitch up.
That's right.
That's right.
Literally.
Yep. Up your summer.
Yeah.
Real quick.
That's right.
It says Jeremiah 31 and 36. If those ordinances, hold on. Start up. Jeremiah 31:35, going to what the elder was just speaking on. Thus saith the Lord, which give the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever.
Yeah, the sun is always going to rise in the daytime. The moon is going to rise when it's time for it to rise, right? The stars are always going to shine at night. Meaning, everything that the Most High has created is in order. That's right. Right? He said the moment that that goes out of order, Israel's not going to be no more. But that's impossible, right? That's impossible. So Israel is always going to be intact, right? Israel is always going to be his chosen people. No matter how far down they are in the totem pole, right? No matter how degenerate they are, it's still his people. We're still his people.
It says ordinance too. It says this word ordinance in the etymology. It says an authoritative direction, decree, or command to put in order, role, rank, arrangement. You know, so like the other's going into order. So if you don't have order, what you have disorder, which is what you see in America. That is America all across the world. Right?
Hold on, real quick. Order.
Yeah, everything is running its course.
Even when we go to, I'm trying to find a side that we talk about the church, our shop.
1 Corinthians 11.
When you saw the first verse, it tells you keep the ordinances.
Right.
And then he did this to us. Ordinances. You know, what? Set ourselves upright. So the Lord won't destroy us.
First, 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me.
Be followers. That's what we come out here to tell our people. Be ye followers of the Lord.
Right. Even as I also am of Hamashiach.
That's right.
Now I praise you, brethren.
Paul was. He wrote that message to the people in Corinth to follow the Lord. And we do these videos and our people that come up, we order them to follow the Lord. That's right. By the fear of the Lord, we persuade our people to follow the Lord. Just like the elder was going to earlier about the curses. Hey, the curses was a sign to know where our people were, where people are. It's lucky. Just like that chick that came up. We can clearly see she's an Israelite. She came in with a problem. You know?
Smitten with madness.
That's right.
You know? It says that was groping at noonday. Yep. Uh-oh.
That's a really good analogy. That first very good. You can see the green at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's real strong.
That's the first one we had right here.
Oh,
And
man.
it's another one that it's great.
You see all the colors.
That just goes to show, bros, that this Most High word is truth.
That's right.
You know, fuck all the hell that we going through.
That's right.
Because we bearing our crosses. And the shit get heavy sometimes because of this weak ass flesh.
That's right.
But that shows you that the Most High word is true. And if we going through all this shit right now, best believe we gonna go through a whole lot of blessings as well. Right?
Give Romans 9 real quick.
The greater the adversity, the greater the reward.
That's right.
The greater the pain, the greater the joy that we're going to receive. Right. That's why we're going through it now. So we can just sit back and chill and live it up in the kingdom. We ain't going to live it up now. Now is the time to be in the dirt, in the mire, right? To be humble, seeking after the Lord. But in the kingdom, we're going to be kings. We're going to be priests. We're going to be rulers. Right?
I got a quick one. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yeah, the suffering of this present time, right? Read that again.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy
Are not worthy. It's not even worthy to be compared to what we're going to receive in the world to come. Right? You think these women looking good now because they looking bad? But you think these women looking good? Our women in the kingdom is going to be truly beautiful.
That's right.
They're going to be pure, righteous.
Not that across the street.
Yeah, not the monsters. The creatures of the night that we got to deal with today. You know, we dealing with horror movies right now. But in the kingdom, they're going to be beautified, man.
That's right.
You understand? We're going to be beautified. You know? So it says it's not even worthy to be spoken about or compared to what we're going to receive in the kingdom.
and not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Which shall be revealed in us. It's in us. All right?
This is verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh.
Right? The earnest expectation of the future. All creation is waiting for the sons of the power to come back into power.
Right.
They're waiting for Yahshua to wake up. Right? The whole world is waiting for that. Yeah.
They just had a gorilla. What was it? A gorilla? They gave the potion to, and the organ started failing.
Yeah.
The gorilla wanted the king.
Yeah.
He was suffering in the zoo.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah.
in verse 20 it says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by the reason of him who have subjected him to the same in hope.
Yeah, that just goes to show that we can't keep the laws perfect. It said, the scriptures say the creature was made subject to vanity. We was made subject to sin. We was forced to go off. That's these corruptible bodies that we in now.
That's right.
This piece of shit flesh, right? This piece of shit flesh that people glorify. Chains of darkness, right? These are chains of these are shackles. This shit is a broken down station wagon, right? Compared to what we're going to receive in the kingdom, man.
Verse 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
We're going to be delivered from these bodies. We're going to be delivered from the chains and shackles of darkness. Okay?
Yep. Delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
Yeah, we all suffer. We all going through it. Because this is not our rest. And the Most High is going to constantly remind you, this is not your rest. This isn't it. This ain't your world. They trying to be comfortable in a world that's not there. This is the house of bondage. This is the land of your captivity.
That's right.
This isn't your paradise.
That's right.
This is your hell.
But real quick, Proverbs 29:1. He that being often reproved, harden his neck, shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Look at the state of the world right now. Are the people rejoicing? Right? And I ain't talking about these people that got to get drunk out their minds, do drugs out their mind. In order to have a good time, they got to be drunk or high.
That's right.
That's not a good time. Percocets, Molly Percocets, right? And they vaping, right? They got to be out of their mind to have a good time. That's not you having a good time. That's a demon having a good time.
It's crazy when they do what do you expect for the kids to come up as? You know? They were created because of a good time.
Yeah.
They were high off their minds.
Yeah.
Then they regret it. When that child is born, they regret it. And that's why they fight for abortion.
Right.
Gotta go.
Pure wickedness, man. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's right.
And that's why the world is in the state that it's in right now. The majority of people are mourning. They're going through some type of health complications, some type of relationship complications, some type of family complication, right? Because the laws, statutes, commandments are not being applied, man.
They know that nothing about victims and their brother. Man, there's so many people that's on drugs.
Yeah.
Like, I go to CVS and pick up from the pharmacy. There's so many people that's on yeah, it's crazy. To keep you open with what's going on in society.
The scriptures say that the whole head is sick.
That's right.
Right? The whole head is sick.
So
Right.
that head down, so head down to the foot.
Hey, it's like you see the men, you see they sick. You see some older ones, they sick.
Oh, yeah.
So then, for them to come together and have a kid, what you think that sick kid is going to become?
Exactly. Monsters.
Cancer.
Yeah.
We're going to be born with cancer.
Yeah. Nah, that shit. That's true. Shit. A lot of us fucking crack babies.
Yeah, hey, that's true.
Yeah,
You
a lot
know?
of
Hey, that's true. That's
Coming up,
real.
if you were born in the 80s and the 90s, you probably more than likely some type of drug baby.
That's right.
You know?
They showed you that in that documentary, crack. That's a good method, man.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
If you wasn't selling drugs, you was doing drugs. It's either or. That's how it was back. Just how the way weed and pills is, that's how it was with crack back in those days.
sometimes both.
Oh yeah.
And alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah.
On top of that.
Oh yeah.
Nah, just to back up, and they also do that in elementary school, you know, like what, ADHD or Ritalin?
Oh.
They give you that stuff.
That's the beginning stage.
Yeah.
That's the beginning stage.
Yeah.
You know?
Synthetic form.
Yeah.
That's heroin right there. That's synthetic
Basically.
heroin.
They hate taking that, you know, that pill, man. You know?
Synthetic meth, synthetic heroin.
You wanted me to go
Oh, my fault.
Yeah. Oh, Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh Shah
Whatever.
Who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh Shah
Who shall separate them? You got it?
Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or
And
nakedness?
all this is coming. Great tribulation is coming. Famine is coming. And that's what the Lord has wrought in our hearts to make a living stone now.
Right.
So we can endure these things that's to come. They already, gas prices is jacking up, you know. They're talking about water shortage. They're talking about chicken shortage.
Inflation is over 8%.
They talking about a diesel shortage?
Yep.
Shrinkflation, you know, that
So-
shrinkflation, everything's small.
So when diesel shortage, what's going to happen? The truck is going to stop. And I never forget when I went to school for a CDL. Yo, the instructor came on and said, yo, if there's a problem, if you ever see the truck stop, you better run for cover. You better get scared because within 24 hours, America collapsed, man. Them truck, because the whole America is backed by trucks, by transportation.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Right.
You got it?
Yeah, back you up too. And also, like I said, I didn't notice that that also like these like the ship carriers, they use diesel.
Yeah, everything moves by diesel. Trucking, ships. How you think things are gonna get built up if it's not for dump trucks? So everything's gonna stop, and all hell's gonna break loose.
And the truck was already fed up. They was just straight.
Oh yeah.
They fed up. And you can't blame them. But it goes back to this man. He can't go to sleep. But it's his agenda.
You can think about it. See, the main carriers, Swift, Snyder,
Yeah,
company, they're not getting flat. They're
They
juiced
get
in.
bailouts.
They got bailouts.
And that's say that's beautiful what you said about the tanker ships.
Yeah. I
They
didn't know
take
that either. I was
diesel.
like,
Because they'll carry like 5,000 of what the 18 wheelers carry on the back. You
Trains
know?
too.
So they shut down, but that's it. You know?
No trains go by diesel.
I think
trains.
That's
some of
cool.
I think they do coal and some of them do something else. Oh, yeah, electrical.
Or electric,
Yeah.
right.
Got it. And due to all this mental toughness, you know, women are messing up our ego, but we still able to push through. You know, women taking our kids from us, you know, trying to rip us apart. You know, our families trying to tear us apart.
Only you Muslims.
Yeah,
I think something
He's some type of Muslim.
African, something, you know. Well, I done had my parents pick on me, man. You know, I came out one day, they started doing African. You know? What the fuck is this, man? They start banging on drums and shit. What the fuck is this, man? You know? I'm like, they're laughing, okay.
And woe unto them that laugh now.
Yeah, that's right.
They shall mourn in
Morning
weep.
week.
Hey, it's beautiful too what the brother said, because like I said, our family members are the most luckiest and blessed people right now, man. You know what I mean? Their sons are actually prophets, man. You know what I mean? They actually got the keys, like I said, to King Lord willing ultimately, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean, for your son to actually be, remain a man of the Lord, that give you salvation compared to, you know what I mean, the rest of the nation.
When you have understanding behind that, we all spirit subject to the Most High. That's why you can't get attached to your family members and these people in the world. Matter of fact, hey, yo, who is my mother, my sister,
Khan, got you. Khan, got you.
because you gotta understand that these spirits, the Most High is the control of the spirits.
That's right.
So your mother had previous incarnations.
That's right.
Your sisters had previous incarnations. Your uncles and aunties. So have you. So who is my mother, my sister, my father, my brother? Then on the further, when the Yahweh shall keep that the ordinances of the Lord to bring forth life, not death. But the family right now, they bring forth death. That's right. All you gotta do is hang around long enough and hit the problems that they're talking about. It's death. You got another
I got it. This is Matthew 12 and 46. It says, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren.
The elders you have over you, the brothers you have amongst you that's going to correct you, rebuke you, watch out for you for your best interest. Your family will let you do whatever the fuck.
That's right.
As long as you please them, as long as you give them birthday gifts, they're not going to heal your spirit when you going off against the Lord. Just give them a birthday gift, a Mother's Day gift, and you do what the fuck you want.
Let's just ask for a fucking Mother's Day present. I seen a request from Cash App. I was asleep. I woke up. I saw the request from Cash App. I was like, yo, you need some money? Right. She said, oh, I requested that for Mother's Day request. I didn't even respond to that shit. I saw another request canceled. I guess she saw the message. No, don't ask me. Come on, man. It's like the brother going to, what, you come to the birthday party? Yo, how long have I been in this thing? Exactly. Come on, man. You got it, brother.
Yeah, ain't no more surprises now. They expect something, man. They request for a birthday gift, for a Christmas gift.
And it really is sacred because we're going to Job and they had that bet. It's really them demons to see if you gonna ever ways it. I'm gonna skip camp.
Right.
Got him, Lord.
You know?
See? Yep. You back to the dark side. You got complacent. You would have been in here long. You got comfortable.
I got one more. It's verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother. You got it.
There you go, man. Same with brother, mother, and so forth. That's why our main desire is this right here. Yeah. Hey, this is one of the elders right here that we learn from, man. Live in the flesh, man. We honor this man. We honor this brother. Delighted for him to be here. Honor. It's an honor. This is our family. The Lord will we make it always we get those crowns, man. The Lord's will, we understand these afflictions that we're going through. So when all hell breaks loose, because Jacob trouble's here.
That's right.
But when it hits, all it might hit soon because it's inflation. All it's gonna take is, hey, really you gotta think about it. All it is take one spot.
Oh, ask Noah if Jacob trouble.
Oh yeah, they lock it down.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, we been.
Hey, the gas has already been poured out all over the place. Like the brother said, all it's going to take is that spark to ignite Jacob's trouble, man.
That's right.
You got it, brother.
I got a quick prison. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction.
You can go and get that Proverbs 2, 23. Got it.
It says, in the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction.
PhD, forgot about it. Piece of paper with a CDL certificate. Everything's a goddamn certificate that make you feel like you got something. All that shit is a piece of paper means nothing. Your car payment, you completed, paid for your car debt. Who cares, man? It's a forgetful of all these things. How you gonna move that car with no gas? How are you gonna look fly when you ain't got the food in your stomach? How you gonna do a lot of these things when the main substance of necessity is out. It's out of whack, out of service. Oh my goodness. How you gonna get your attention, your clarification, when you can't go on social media? You know? How you gonna know what's going on around you if there's no electricity? A fake false EMP attack. You know? The only thing, you know, it's funny because now when you go on those highways and certain, everything's connected now. Right. You can see how when they want to send out a message, it can come to your phone or it can come to a device. That's all you're gonna hear that day. Attention, Americans. Such an Amber Alert. Such and such. Come to your nearest FEMA clinic or something and so forth, man. That's all you're gonna hear.
You're gonna hear that damn purge horn.
That's right.
Our founding fathers.
That's right.
No hell's gonna break.
That's right, man. Gunshots, gnashing of teeth, women screaming. You know, you ain't gonna hear no more strong, independent women that day.
That's why the scripture says, what? Idleness creates what? Wickedness.
That's right. Everybody is idle. Idle for the wrong thing, complacent, they don't care.
That purge is a heavy loop because they actually came for Jacob.
Oh yeah.
The last purge when they came in the inner city.
Satin Island.
Forever purge. Yep.
And it ain't gonna be no superhero Jacob. They ain't a nigga with a tank top. Saving the day. It's gonna be bad, man.
In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity.
There you go. You know? So when you when Jacob Trouble said, I'm gonna forget about all that mirth, all the parties, hot girl summer, you know, black girl magic, you know, hey, you niggas that all of these wickedness, smoking your blunts, drug dealer, and so forth, wicked, you know, shit that Jacob's into, man. Hey, you gonna forget about all
God,
that, man.
if I may say,
Your own business.
God, if I may say, just off the strength of them not being able to have their phone, not being able to get on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Hey, these people are gonna bug the fuck out, especially these women, man. You know, they can't get on social media no more. They're gonna lose their goddamn minds.
Yeah, because that's the world they live in.
Right, a fantasy world.
Right. They don't live in reality.
Right, God.
They're trying to escape their reality because of the pain and the
Right. Why do you think this devil's trying to push the metaverse, man? You know, because like the elder said, these people don't live in reality, man. So they,
everybody's a simp.
Yeah, they try real life simp.
Right. And that's why, you know, the scriptures say, let us not sleep as do others.
Right.
They want to be back in the matrix, you know, be programmed by the agents or become an agent, you know. They don't want to be awoke, which is being awoke means knowing your nationality, knowing your power, knowing his name.
That's why the scripture said, blessed is he that got eyes to see, that ears that can hear.
All right.
Yeah, brother.
This is the book of Matthew 13:57. And they were offended in him, but Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country, in his own house.
So we're not esteemed here. Our own family, you know. Again, if you were bringing them gifts, presents, Mother's Day, Father's Day is another Mother's Day. You know, the holidays. Every damn day is a holiday now.
Exactly.
You know, and if you're not attentive to those, that's what they care about. Give me Proverbs.
I was just saying, back in the days, you know, it used to be a birthday. Then it went to the birth weekend.
Oh my goodness.
And now it's just a whole fucking month. I'm celebrating my entire month. I'm like, what the hell? It's no longer a day or the weekend. I'm gonna celebrate my entire month. I'm like,
Yeah, I think
that's all Jake wants.
That's how low Jake is.
And then you get a gold a minute.
Yeah.
That's why they gotta be the
Not even a minute.
Nah.
Jake can look at us and fuck him nigga and keep going. That's a second.
You see, Jake, they just continue walking by. You know, we out here showing them the truth, how to get back to the Heavenly Father and His Son, right? We showing them the way to life.
That's right.
But what do? They want to continue being a congregation of the dead. The scriptures say, a man that wandereth from the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. You see, Jake, it's a cemetery. These are dry bones. Dead people walking.
Right.
because they don't got no breath. They don't got no life. They don't got the words of the Lord.
Dead men walk.
Dead men walk. I got it.
And I got a quick one to back what he just said. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 24. Because I have called and ye refuse.
Refuse, man. Refuse. Then listen, stop your ears, start scoffing, mocking, talking shit. You know, how I feel, my opinion, opinionated, you know, false accusers. You know, always trying to point the finger. But you don't want to see. You don't want to see the larger picture. You don't want to even understand. You know, again, it's not bringing you money, it's not making you feel good. You got to change. But the truth requires a change. It's a constant change. You know, because you're not going to be the same person. It's truth. You're not going to come in as you are and then change your name and do the same thing. No, you're going to constantly change. You're going to change for better. You're not supposed to. You tell me you know you're an Israelite now. And 10 years later, you still know you're an Israelite. It doesn't work like that. It's for you to become better, you grow. You know, you get up with a child like manners, and you become manly. You know? Got it.
Yeah, it says, it says, because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out mine hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel.
Says you ain't Bourdieu on social media, right? They got the little Mimi, if I call when you get all these, says you ain't Bourdieu, everybody say, amen, amen, amen. But this is the truth. This is the real truth. Where the people at, man? Let me just show you Jacob's full of shit, man. You know, our people are full of it, man. That's why people got to die. So-called men and women. Going back to 2nd Chronicles, the 15th and 13th chapter, man. You know? You got it, bro.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel.
And nothing. Hey, you anyone to hear it, then stop. A second. Nah, I ain't good. Look at it. They're not celebrities. Their name's not ringing. They ain't got no status. They're not high-value men.
Right.
Fuck them. They ain't got suits on.
Right. If I may say, also they deem this truth as being wicked, as being falsehood. You know, not only do they not follow the law, statutes, and commandments, or prescribe to this truth, but they look at us like we're bugged out, like we're some part of a cult, like we're crazy. You know, like the words that we're speaking are false and not true.
Right.
You know? You got it?
Continue. Verse 25 it says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock.
Hey, see, a lot of so-called black women and Latino women doing the witchcraft. See, it's working right now. It seems like that's the original.
Yeah.
When our health break news, none of that shit gonna work. Right. When so-called blacks, these Negroes, they start going to their drugs and they start asking me questions and shit, trying to look for us, we ain't gonna be there.
That's right.
You know? It's too late. You know, you think, see, Jake think everything's a game. See, Jake want to escape reality. That's why they into all this wickedness. Now it's a whole goddamn month for your birthday. So they just want to party. But again, that's why when all hell breaks loose, you're not going to, no point in feeling sorry for Jake. But it's evidently that's what you wanted. You wanted a national motif. You know, hold that off, give me Psalms.
So Psalms 1, verse 3.
Because you're not trying to get protected from the Heavenly Father. Because he's bringing this. The scripture talks about have the Lord created evil and have I not done it? The Lord is bringing this, right? This is the Lord's wrath. You got it?
So Psalms 1 and 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. It's a lot. Khan. Psalms 1 and 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
The dead. Go ahead. Dead. We walking amongst dead people.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners.
Hey, I don't know if y'all remember Resident Evil.
Yeah.
A bunch of zombies, man.
Yeah.
And they will eat you if you get close to them.
Yeah.
If you disturb them, they'll eat you. Right?
It says,
you try to shoot them. You know?
They don't die.
They don't die. Oh, this is a big one, right? You know? I done ran out of bullets.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
Right. Hey, and these wicked ass niggas, to a certain extent, they don't die. Hey, a wicked ass nigga will die, and then next thing you know, another one get raised up. And they keep coming and coming.
Hey, the nigga woman don't see that.
God.
Woman got hit by the car.
Hey, the band?
Wig was on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He survived the bear attack.
Hey, the bear thought she was a bear. You know what I'm saying?
that Resident Evil game with a nigga Nemesis?
Yeah.
Go through the walls. And I used to get scared. Yo, that used to scare the hell out of me. Man. I'd be like, "Wow, but this nigga ain't died yet." That's a nigga woman, man.
It says, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful,
Yep.
but his
Because a nigga delight is wickedness, man. A woman delight is cheating.
Yes.
Adultery. A man's delight is adultery. Popping. Oh, she wants to cheat on commit adultery. I'm right there. Hey, baby, DM. Let me take you out. Let's do drugs. Let's alter our minds. You got
A
it.
woman loves variety.
Yep.
Shalom, right? If a woman can have it her way, she's gonna have multiple men.
Yep.
Now you got your main joint, right? But then when something's broke in the house, you got the guy that can fix the car or whatever, the dishwasher. You know what I mean? Then
which goes into multiple incomes.
right. Then when they need a little extra money for something, they got the man that got the money for them. You know what I mean? A woman, if a woman truly can have her way, she will have multiple men, and it wouldn't even hide it.
Hey, she tried to take 100 guys and build one man.
Right.
The scriptures say that she wiped her mouth and said she didn't do no evil.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a woman. Yep. She wiped her mouth. Wrong and strong. You know, no accountability. They can do whatever they want and don't pay for it. You know.
That's right.
And this whole abortion shit shows that they're fighting for their rights to murder life. I got it.
I remember Elder Yashwama made he put up a picture.
Right.
I forgot. Basically, it said all men do. And it shows that a man is lost. All he does is chase pleasures. And that's all the men in America used to do: chase pleasures and be emotional. That's one of the most dangerous things ever. Because society, a fucked up emotional man that chases pleasures. Right. Because a man is the backbone of society, man. You know, a man is to protect the nation. How can you trust a man that's full of emotions? How can you trust a man that's full of pleasure? If a man is full of pleasure, he'll cross you, man. He'll cut you. He'll cut your throat. He'll turn his back on you, man. For what? For the next good thing. That's why in Hollywood, niggas is just sacrificing each other and doing all types of abominable things, man. Why? Because they want to chase pleasures.
And a man is tried when you take away the pleasures. But the Lord, He punished us by taking away our dominance of our women.
Yep.
You know, we don't have land. We don't have the resources we desire. But how do we cope with that? How are we able to overcome? In the world, like the other was talking about.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
You coming to dead.
Yeah.
Dead woman woman too. You know, it was female zombies too. It wasn't evil. You better shoot their ass too. Some of them, they used to grab your leg and then they get to set you up for the bigger ones, man. For the rest of them, man. You know? This place is dead. This place is doomed, man. Go back to
Psalms 1 and 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
If your delight is in the Lord, go back to meditating on the elder talked earlier. You know, desiring the Lord, desiring the Sophia. You know, you're going to be a sure plant, a sure tree. Go ahead.
It says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
There you go. Wake up throughout the day and at nighttime, man. Before you go to sleep, pray. You wake up, it's the same thing, the same process day and day, day and day, day and night, right? These words don't forget. And that's why, hey, like the other point, you can't even hang out with certain people, man, because this word is like a fire to us. And if we talk to somebody, if we talk to somebody that's out here for more than 20 minutes, hey, the truth coming out.
Exactly.
The truth's going to just end up coming out. And there's going to be an argument, it might be a goddamn fight.
Hey, how many times you at work, somebody say something to you, be like, come.
Yeah. Hey, they say, what?
Oh, you say the water.
Yeah, the water. They be like, what?
Nothing.
Thank you, my bad. You know? So you gotta, you know, you gotta be very careful, you know, amongst these people. That's why, what do the elders always say? Stay amongst the brothers, man. You know? the desire unity with the brothers, man. So you can be as yourself, man. See, in the world, you gotta be a character. You gotta be a character, man. You gotta be Clark Kent. Put on a little suit, glasses on, put your glass, try to make it look like you know how to read. Try to blend it with the people.
They call a person in service, you think it's an Edomite woman speaking. It's an Edomite. She in character. You know? Everybody's in character. It's a beautiful part. Everybody has this facade. Going back to the point brother said earlier about social media. Everybody's acting off of their social media. Who the world thinks they are. Okay.
We're gonna wrap up in a few. Go ahead, Sean, you have some go?
I have one other song.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just to finish it off real quick. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as
They
desolation.
scare me as hell. That's why they play tough. They can really scare me. It shows that how does Jake act when super lightning come in? Scare me as hell. So that fear is there. Jake not showing. If Jake wasn't fearful, he'd be out here. You know, because the Lord and the scripture says He doesn't call us what is that? Though I lay in a valley of shadow of death, I shall have no fear. You know?
Yeah, not everybody's a prophet, but there's too many cheerleaders, man. You can at least come out and listen.
Right.
There's way too many cheerleaders on the comment.
Right. Yeah, I know they got a camp near there. Right. Then you got these guys that listen to all the camps. You know what I'm saying? They listen to ICK, IUI. Man, come on, man. You just as confused as before. Right. You know? I remember the elders back in the day made that decree. Don't be talking to anybody else outside of GMS. Right. Yeah. And you know, at first both like, huh? Right. But when you then you be like years later, you really understand. Right. I mean, you understand why they said that, and it's so beautiful they said that, man. But then all them adultery accounts came out about them, other camp doctrines, weird little verses in amongst them.
Hey, well, I ain't gonna say no names and go to the whole weekend. And this weekend, they had ties in. They was in a place with that whole flat earth thing.
Yo.
They was talking to different guys. It was a mix going on.
One little council. Come out.
Never knows it.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
You got one?
That's it.
Nah.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
That's right. So you got to understand, hey, even though we have the power behind us, we're not going to tempt them. You know, we're not going to walk all mighty, you know, as if we can beat up everybody, as if we can call down fire and devour people. No, we're not going to walk like that. You know, but we have the faith as if we can do that. You know, we walk uprightly. You know, we walk in, in confidence, with no fear. We put on the armor. That's right, man. We got on the armor. But we Clark Kent still because, hey, you know, we understand we have to be out here to edify our people. It's better that we be here than in jail.
Right.
You know?
And I want to say another point. You know, everybody's wolves, man. They're not in this truth. Truth represents the sheep, the Lord's flock. Everybody else is predators. And that's why our family always got Satan on them. Friends, so-called co-workers, whatever, whoever they are to you. You know, Satan always used them to try to draw you away from the Most High in the truth.
Right. Especially a woman.
Forget about it. That's the number one vessel. That's Satan's best friend. You know, your fucking woman. But, you know, he said he sent us as sheep amongst wolves. You know? It says, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You know, we got to be wise as serpents. You know, serpents got many characteristics, but one of the main ones that I like, it doesn't move until its prey comes in front of it. You know, because snakes is really defenseless besides its fangs. So they can't be out in the open getting got by any other predator that's out there. So they got to wait and be subtle. They got to be wise. They got to be calculative, circumspect, you know, visionary. You know, you got to be on point. That's the whole point. Be wise as a serpent. You know, be on point. And harmless as doves. Because we ain't supposed to be, you know, kicking people's asses. You know, cursing your family out. Everybody's wicked is going to be destroyed. You wicked bitch, you know. You damn devil.
Yeah. You in the house with the stab beating people.
Yeah. Smite thee with the rod of righteousness. You know. May the Lord destroy you. Yeah, just cursing people. Motherfucker. Yeah, you can't do that, man.
Veins coming out your neck.
You know, yeah, the veins popping out your neck, man. You know, your woman crying and shit. Oh my God.
And Nehemiah was getting down like that.
Oh yeah, ripping people here, fucking people up, man. You know, but you know, be harmless as a dove. Man.
That's right.
Dove is a peaceful creature, animal. You know, so the Lord wants us to be as sheep, wise, be on point, but be harmless at the same time amongst these wolves, these predators. You know, and everybody's a predator that's not in the street. You know,
You gotta be careful because he's got demons on him. And they won't go there with you.
yeah.
That's what it's good to speak about not being so hasty. Because a hasty decision could be your last decision.
Exactly.
They hasty, you hasty. They prideful, you prideful.
You ready to go, they ready to go.
They ready to go.
And you know, here, yeah, gun laws are very funny here. You know, everybody has a gun here. And they're paid it. 16-year-old can have a gun. If parents want to have one, they can get one. Literally, man. So you got to be very circumspect in the game, man. You know? Go back to
Psalms 1 and 3.
Uh-huh.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water
Like a tree planted by the rivers, man.
that,
Right?
that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall
The
prosper.
Lord teaches us balance, man.
Right.
You know, with season. And through the season, that's why we're able to bring forth sound doctrine. You know, these lessons. You know, that's how. Hey, again, we always say that. I didn't know these brothers in the sandbox. I didn't know these brothers, man. But we all come together in this season.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. The fuck is this, man? I want my money back.
Right.
You know. It's none of that, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. You know how people be when they eat, they go,
Yeah.
you know?
Finger licking
Yeah.
good.
It's good,
Yeah.
you know? And and this is these lessons, man.
Oh yeah.
It's good for the spirit, man. Soul food. You got it, bro.
Verse 4. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away.
What does scripture say? What is worse? What is heavier than lead? In that scripture, what is heavier than lead? What is a burdensome? What is it? Yeah. Get that from Brother Kashar. And that's a fool, man. And that's all. You know, you're dealing with our people. You be like, yo, I was talking to this Benjamin chick, and she from Queens. I'm like, yo, hell no. Hell no. All this masculine, I'm like, nah, man, hell no.
I got it.
You got it, Con.
You got it?
Dealing
with our people, man, you like, man, oh, hell. Yeah, all right, man, yo, I'm on. Got it?
Sirach chapter 22, verse 14. What is heavier than lead, and what is the name thereof but a fool?
Man. No pun intended.
Verse 15. Sand and salt and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding.
Sirach 22 and 15, sand and salt and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding. As temper girt and bound together in a building cannot be loosed with shaking. So the heart that is established by advice counsel shall fear at no time. A heart settled upon a thought of understanding is as a fear plastering.
Verse 4, the ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away.
old way, on and on and on. It tells you, wicked person, they change it like the moon, and they something like the wind. They change it like the wind, so to speak. But niggas always change. Every 10 years, every 5 years, is a new type of nigga. I'm a real nigga. This real nigga do this. This real nigga do this. This real nigga do this. Every 5 years, it's a real nigga. I'm a real man. Then you got women saying, I need a real. So what is it? You know? Niggas change like the wind.
And what's that word they use now? Trendsetter, changing trends.
It's so sad now. Yeah, I'm a real dad. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Dad of the year. This shit is pathetic. We gave
It says, verse 5, therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. So I'll read that again. Psalms 1 and 5. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. You know, that's right, the way of the ungodly, you know, you wicked so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all gonna perish, man. You know, y'all gonna be destroyed in that famine, okay, in martial law, in civil and race wars, man. All right, in Jacob's trouble, you know. And if you make it through all that, you're gonna be destroyed in that thermonuclear fire, man. You know, that's gonna come by the way of these ICBM nuclear weapons, nuclear missiles, man. The weapons of the Lord's indignation. You know. You go ahead and close out, bro.
We're gonna go ahead and close out. Part of that massacre, thunderstorm ready to come. You know, first and foremost, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh.
We give double honor to the Apostle GMS and him as well. That's right. Blessed salutation to the Hakim out there pushing for this. It's out there laboring.
That's right.
You know, hey, salutation for the brother pushing
That's right.
as well.
That's right.
You know, the Hakim tuning in, listening.
Right.
You know, we have an elder here from New York, special guest. Honor from the camp with us. You know, they built with us, fellowship. You know. And again, hey, keep pushing, hey, keep striving, keep fighting, hey, mental toughness. You know, hey, the ordinance, you have to keep the ordinances, man. That's what it's all about, man. It's never about yourself. It's not about us. It's about Yahweh Shah and His glory and His ways, man. You know, and you see how, you know, keep the ordinance in everybody's life. Hey, that was a shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.